DJ, pretty one. Pretty. So let's see what Liza is. Yeah, no, pretty. So let's see what Liza is doing. Yeah, enjoying her life, as you can see. Can't move, won't move, better yet. So yeah, it's what? TJ! Yeah, pretty, no? Yeah, Pete, pretty. Haydi. Pete, glad.
Ja.
Nadie vstani. Eko. Na pridi. Lepo počas. Oh yeah. Our old-timer laying on the stairs where it's very cold. It's better if he's outside on his... Pridna Lizi. Res sem prosta. So yeah, in the morning I already got a package with food for Liza and some treats for these two. So yeah, while little sis is doing this, I will just recap what was happening in the last 2 weeks. I didn't post last week because it was basically raining the whole week. They were basically all day had to be inside, and there was not pretty much any development regarding the current situation here in Slovenia. But yeah, today there are some major events happening. Well, events, a lot of restrictions were lifted today or previous week, they were enforcing, or they came into enforce today. So one major news is basically kids can go back to school and kindergartens, but only for schools. Oh yeah, some canned food, some treats. Papa, yeah, she doesn't like this bubble wrap, well, these pockets with air when they burst, yeah. So yeah, they can go back to school. In kindergarten they have, I think, they can have only 15 kids in a group with two adults supervising them. So basically every time when I order food or buy food, I pick another brand and different flavors, different combinations, because she's so picky lately. With TJ it's basically completely different story. He will eat anything and everything. So yeah, back to the situation. Yeah, ticho. So yeah, can go back. Of course, social distancing, cleanliness, and so forth. They are not allowed to bring their own toys in the kindergarten. But that's it. In so primary, elementary school. TJ con no. TJ, Nihi. Da imamo vsak mu eno. Pridi, pit, pridi, hiter. So yeah, they can go back to school but only first 3 years and the last year, and that is also for the living years in the secondary schools. So it's finally shut up. the fun way to clean your teeth with eating. So yeah, that's it. Last week they also started with public transportation. As you can see, it just one bus just went past. So they changed some rules on the buses. Basically, they enforce social distancing, and also you cannot enter by the front door as usual. You would enter by the front door and exit by the second, third, or even fourth door. But now you enter by the second door, and you are not allowed to sit near other people unless, of course, you are together. And basically you have to be 1.5 meters away from other people. So which means not a lot of people can go on the bus now. They also started with train service, but everything with public transportation is limited because not a lot of primary users, so school children, students, and pensioners are basically using them currently, their numbers are very limited. And yeah, they also opened the borders, and so basically international travel is now available, possible, without any restrictions. Previously, if you came from outside, you would have to go into 2 weeks in the quarantine. Now that it's not. So I think on Friday they opened the border, and the first day there was a 4-hour wait to enter Croatia to go to the seaside. So yeah. And what else? And yeah. What else? From today, all the stores can be opened. So all the major shopping malls and so forth. I think that also the restaurants can open, or restaurants, no. I think plus they started allowing public gatherings of people under the, I think up to 50 people can now gather together in public space when the social distancing rules are still enforced. The only type of establishments that are not allowed to open are pools, fitness centers, bathhouses, and such things. Yeah, so last week they also opened that Alea shopping mall that is 1 block away from us. They basically opened just the access to the food store and restaurants, and what else? A bank and hairdresser, and what else? A pet store. Yeah, you can't forget the pet store. But yeah, from today and of course coffee shops, and from today apparently everything can be and will be open. I still haven't went to the new shopping mall because it was packed full of people, you know. This shopping mall is basically just across the street from this major housing project, and of course everyone went there because you know, there were a lot of discounts, sales for the first week of the opening. What else? Regarding faculty or university, basically there will be no lectures, physical lectures, until the end of this year. There can be some, if there are necessary physical tests, so written tests, but they have to enforce, you know, distancing, cleanliness, airing of the classroom between these exam periods and so forth. But yeah, but we still don't know anything. Most likely in October they will basically, we will go back to normal. Day no. TJ ko. And yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, museums opened last week, libraries and so forth. I don't know if the archives, I have to check, but I don't think so. So let's say mom that could open the, you know, her store, which has you know, women's lingerie and clothing and so forth. If basically a customer comes in and tries some clothes on, under current laws or restrictions, you have to isolate that piece of clothing in a sealed container, I think for 3 days, 2 or 3 days, and or you have to iron it, you know, to destroy, basically, let's say like bras, you have to isolate for 2-3 days, I think 2 days. But if they the pieces of clothing, like, you know, pajamas or t-shirts or something like that, that you can iron them. So yeah, some strange regulations, but yeah, that's it. So regarding let's say public health situation, we are still under 1,500 cases here in Slovenia. Last week we had our first day of 00, which means no new cases of infection and no deaths in one day. But usually we have, you know, basically under 5, usually 1 or 2 new cases of infection and perhaps 1 death per day. But yeah, situation is basically, it's not going away. We are basically now concerned with all of these restrictions being lifted, how, if the second wave will, or if it will not hit us. They also published the results of that nationwide study, and they discovered that only 4% or up to 4% of people of Slovenia were infected with the virus. So this is not a very good news. But yeah, we will see how it will go in the future. So I hope that every one of you that is watching this is safe, your family and your loved ones, your acquaintances, colleagues are okay, and we will see you soon. Bye.